And the bogs in the air over there is for spotting deer. And I think at this time in the morning, about 7 o'clock, would be a good time. But of course I have other plans for the day. So still and peaceful. So here we go, we're at Graphendown reserves, and I like what it says here about imagine standing here when all the trees have been felled, would have had an extensive view of the North Downs, and the barrows here on Graphendown, constructed of mounds of white chalk, would have been very impressive and visible for miles. And in addition to that, we have a small map down here, and it has a "you are here" moment, so you can see we're getting close to halfway. Right, let's see if we can have a view of the landscape. So we can see one of the mounds over there, and it is a bit spooky that the mist is in this particular area now, and in fact you can even see ahead it's a little bit misty as well. Well, quite fitting, I suppose. So we've come across a great signpost there, apparently by the South Downs Joint Committee in March the 7th, 2011, so yeah, 10 years ago. And it does say we've come from Cocking. Actually a great sign, because I can't actually read where we're going. Where are we going, Tori?
Up Waltham.
There you go, that's where we're going. And I love the fact at the top it's got its own little cap to obviously stop the wood rotting from the rain and the weather. Yeah, a bit random, but there you go. It is pointing the direction we need to go. Onward we go. So apparently we're just about to go through a red tractor farm, which basically means everything's produced and packed in the UK rather than being brought in from abroad. So yesterday we managed to do about 17 miles, which takes us to 40 miles. So given that we've achieved 40 miles, we've decided now that we could probably make 20 miles per day, and then obviously complete it within 5, maybe just 6 days, haven't we, Victoria?
I guess so.
Obviously another night of wild camping, which is fine, isn't it?
It is, yes.
You've enjoyed it?
I have. No, I like wild camping, don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's not the issue. It's 20 miles before it.
yeah, true. It's the hard work before
for me.
Yeah.
It's lovely and I'm enjoying the walk, but it is a new experience.
Signing off for now. So the view ahead is really beautiful, but you can't really see it in the mist. So frustrating. Well, this is encouraging. Apparently there's a calf in 100 metres, and there's a campsite here. Good sign here, Eastbourne 55 miles. So that shows obviously we're just 5 miles off halfway, and it does say Amberley 5 miles. So we will be able to celebrate soon. So apparently that is the way for London, if I was a Roman.
Off I go!
So this is the old Roman road of Stane Street, and at the bottom you can find a Roman villa. well, in actual fact, you can find the mosaic floor, which is one of the best preserved in the world, I believe. But, and there's always a but, the South Downs goes this way. Apparently there's a possibility of finding Roman coins on the floor, as have been found in the past. So maybe you can help me. Sod that for a game of Roman soldiers. I think I'd rather look at the scenery. Coming to a lovely spot now. In the distance you can see Horton Bridge, just a mile or two. Sun shining gloriously on the golden fields. What a wonderful landscape. So Roxanne, you've decided to come east to west. Like I say, you're the first person I've met actually going in that direction. So how's that?
I decided mostly because I live in Kent, so it made more sense to get the train to Eastbourne. And the second reason, I was thinking of going to the New Forest.
Oh yeah.
Afterwards, so seeing how it goes, and then if I'm still full of energy, which I don't think I will be, spending a couple of nights in the New Forest. See how it goes. But I'm much slower than I thought I would be.
Well, yeah. It depends what you're trying to achieve, though. You know, is it speed or is it kind of enjoying the countryside?
Yeah, that's it. I think just because of treks I've done before, I haven't had the pack, or I've had the pack but not the gear.
Yeah.
And the difference it's made having an extra 6 kilos is more than I anticipated.
Yeah,
for sure.
it is quite tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what trails have you done before then?
The longest one I did was the Camino de Santiago. So that's I think, because I went to the coast, I think it was about 900 kilometers.
Oh wow. How long did that take?
That was about 5 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but there's not really camping along the way, so you're staying in these hostels or albergues, which are about €5 a night. So it's cheaper than camping here.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And you're carrying the bare minimum. You just got kind of food and water for the day. There's loads of stops along the way, little towns, little shops, cafes. So it's sort of more of the experience rather than kind of carrying anything.
Yeah. So, and that was the first one in a sense you've done.
Yeah.
So what's your future plans then?
I want to do the Pacific Crest Trail, going from Mexico to Canada.
Oh, wow.
This was sort of a training hike, see how I go carrying the gear, and after the first 2 days I was like, no, I definitely can't do the PCT. There's no way.
Well, I think it's I think you start to realise what's absolutely necessary that's in your rucksack or not.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they always talk about doing the shakedown, don't they, on the PCT or some of the big trails. So you need to lose weight then, I guess.
Yeah, well, put on weight here and lose weight from my pack. That's kind of the...
That's what I love about it as well. I always load up with food and everything and then say it's the only time where I'm eating to lose weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's been an absolute pleasure, Roxanne.
Good to meet you.
All the best.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Roxanne. There's an interesting house for you. So yeah, we're on Rackham Hill. obviously you can see for quite some considerable distance. Yes, we're at the Washington Tap Place, and it's definitely one of the great things about the South Downs Way. It tells you here that the next taps that we'll be meeting going east, we're going east, is 7 miles away, and the one that we came from is 6 miles away. So good mile markers as well. But I definitely like this. It's not anything I've seen on any other trail. Hi guys, it's 8 o'clock at night. I finally arrived at a place I think we can safely use as a wild camping spot. And in actual fact, you may see behind me kind of chalk hillocks, because it is a old chalk pit that's been covered up with nature. So we're at a place on a hill overlooking Washington, of all places. And we're at round about 57-58 miles, so well over halfway now. And yeah, kind of happy with progress. I think if I reflect on today, the best thing about today really has been how the sun has been out, and yeah, seeing the landscape. And in fact, we've just seen the sea just in the distance, so that kind of helps to spur us on. Yep, so tomorrow we want to kind of do a similar distance, and hopefully we're going to see a good sunset. So bye for now, and I'll see you in the morning. So 6 in the morning and we're ready to go. Leave no trace, tents all packed away, tons of condensation though. Yeah, we're off to the pub. Yay! Where are we going?
Hight Morecambe, I'm not sure the pronunciation.
Yeah, so we think it's about half a marathon, 13 miles or so just to get to that point. We thought we'd have dinner stroke tea there. Always a good target to have in mind. This is Chancery Hill. And apparently it is supposed to be evocative and mysterious in the woods. Right, I best go and catch up. The grass is very dewy this morning, very wet. Probably the wettest it's been since we've started walking. And the tents, yeah, were certainly soaked through, but there was no rain. But yeah, things are looking good. Right over in that direction, I can see the sea. Hopefully I'll be able to get it on the camera later on. So there's a view of the ring from here. I'm just reading a bit of background that the original ring of beech trees was planted by Charles Goring in 1760, and he was 16 at the time. Intriguing. And of course there had to be one pig that stood in the food trough.
These pigs are a mixture of Durham, Hampshire and large white breeds and 100% free range. So we're kind of having a guess for the pronunciation here, but we think it's Baltoffs because it's kind of like the dolphin sort of PH. But if you're a local and you actually know how to pronounce it, please write in the comments how to pronounce it for us.
So yeah, we have some traditional flint cottages here. Very characteristic of the area. So here we have another South Downs Way drinking water point, and as I said, I absolutely do love them. This one's particularly interesting because it's erected by the Society of Sussex Downsmen in 1985. So I'd like to say thanks to the Sussex Downsmen. So that was night one. Night two. Night three. And we are currently here. We shall see how we feel about nights 4 and 5. But yeah. That's where we want to get to.
So Simon, nice to meet you on the trail.
All right.
Yeah, so where are you going? Where you come from?
I started at Amberley this morning, 12 o'clock-ish, and I will be going to... Where am I going? I'm going to Eastbourne.
You're going to Eastbourne?
Yeah, of course I am.
So
Forgot about that, didn't I? Yeah.
You're doing a half?
Yeah, half of it.
Yeah.
I'll just get the train home, and then I'll have to go and get my car, which I left at Amberley. So, hello Trace, hello darling.
So, are you wild camping?
Yep, I will be. Best way to do it.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know.
And have you done any of this before?
Yeah. But I've done lots of this before, this walk, and like I say, I've done a lot of it on my mountain bike.
Yeah.
I like wild camping. It's just
so,
do what you want, really.
Yeah. Well,
Not upsetting anybody.
I've obviously not done this before. So what's it like in terms of, do you have any trouble with anyone or no?
Never. It's lovely up here, It's nice. It's peaceful. It's quiet. It's quieter now because the weekend's finished. You get more people up at the weekend, obviously, but there's people walking around, people on their bikes. A guy there on his bike.
Yeah.
You'll always bump into people. It's nice.
Okay.
It's better than the North Downs way. This is. It's definitely. And you've got the views. You've got a better view up here. You've got the sea all right there.
Okay. Well, thanks, Simon, for sparing the time, and I will see you on the trails, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, this is reassuring. Eastbourne, 33 miles. And he says to the donkey wheel. Whatever that may be. So I was going along here and I actually initially missed this. I think it's because of the ivory on the wall. It kind of camouflaged a bit more. And in fact, the blue tape as well helps me to spot it. So yeah, if you're looking for the water point at Saddlecombe Farm, come through the gate and then it's there. If you get to these houses on the left, you've gone too far. Just over there, it's just a 5-minute diversion. So the wheel is 400 years old and is made of oak, and the donkeys would go in one direction for 20 minutes and then they were trained to back out, turn around, get back in and do another 20 minutes. Apparently the well itself was dug by the Knight Templars, and in 1850 the family Robinson dug even deeper because the well kept drying up. In this corner here, just hang on, we have the bucket, which supposedly held 55 litres. So there we are, the donkey wheel. Things to do in Pycoon. Horse riding, apparently. So I'm doing the summary for today from my bed in my tent because the weather outside is atrocious. We did about 12-13 miles today to get to Pycoon. Our plan was to have a pub meal, which we did, so we got there about 2 o'clock, had a meal for about an hour or so. Also went to the M&S Simply Food that's near the filling station next door to the pub. So it was working out perfectly fine. Then we headed over Beacon Hill, probably only got into a mile, and then an absolutely thunderous rainstorm happened. And so we decided now was the time to wild camp. Got a perfect spot, which I'm hoping I can show you in the morning. But yeah, we were pretty wet. So yeah, a bit depressing in some ways, but we're still okay because we've just got 30 miles left. So a couple of days hopefully. Right. Less talking, more sleeping. Bye for now.